interesting few weeks in basketball, right? In the NBA.
Yeah, bro. Basketball has been really good. You know, a lot of parity going on.
Wide open. Both conferences wide open.
Yeah, this play-in situation right now, bro, it's changing every day. It's just flip-flopping. The East is kind of like solidified with who's in the play-in, but the West just, if we win, you drop, you lose, we go up. Like, it's crazy right now.
Exactly. So really quick, what's like your biggest takeaways since the trade? It's been about a month since the deadline. So what's like your biggest takeaway since then?
Okay, my biggest takeaway is Boston is Boston is one of them. I really, at first, Boston was looking like they might win it all. They tailed off like a lot. Like, I don't know what's going on with them. You know, their coach, his rotations have been a little questionable. Not calling timeouts in some games he should have.
Don't get me started on timeouts.
Yeah,
I got somebody
for that. Jason Tatum. I'm kind of disappointed in his play right now. You know, he's not playing like at first. I was having him to win MVP, but now it's looking like he's not playing as well. The little Jaylen Brown situation, you know, him feeling a way about some things. I honestly think they made a bad decision. I'm not gonna say a bad decision. I think they should have, not extended, their interim coach. I think
Mazzulla.
Yeah, I would have.
I don't want to butcher, so I'm not gonna say it.
I personally would have kept Ime. Yeah, but they did what they did.
The Clippers are up 21 points. Good. When I said the first word on tape, it was only 14.
Fuck the Bulls. Good.
These boys hit fast. They got 31 assists. Oh my God, they hit fast.
But yeah, the Bulls. I mean, the Boston Celtics. They're my big takeaway. I really like. They were my favorites. They were my favorites going in, but it's not looking too good for them. So,
okay. Well, since I had a different approach for my recap, I had an idea of where I wanted to go, but you just gave me an idea. Damn, Kawhi just got knocked down. Stiff old boy. Anyway, yeah, all right. But anyway, my takeaway, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, the Golden State Warriors. I don't think I've ever seen a team.
I have thoughts on them too.
Be this great. I think they're like 28-9 at home. At home, and on the road, 30-8. They're 30-8 at home.
9 wins.
Then they're 9-29 on the road.
Sick.
So I know Draymond is saying I don't get up for games in March, but let's just give it some comparison. The Los Angeles Lakers have had a terrible season. They're 16-20 on the road. 16-20.
Exactly.
So I know Steph has been hurt, and I know Clay has had his moments. Jordan Poole. I don't know if their chemistry disrupted. I don't know if
it's their defense. It's not.
But defense is also a chemistry sport. I don't know what's going on with Andrew Wiggins.
The personnel, they don't have Wiggins.
But so my biggest takeaway is I still don't know who they are.
Yeah,
because I know what they can be. I know what they can be. So I'm never gonna disrespect them. But I'm trying where are you guys? They won a couple. They won their last 2 road games. Yeah, even though they weren't great teams. But a win is a win. You just got to see. Once you get a couple wins, a veteran team can get hot. They have a favorable position. Like if the playoffs started today, they'll be playing against the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento is not really a road game for them. That's like a 20-minute flight, literally.
Yeah.
So,
but that still don't matter.
It doesn't.
If they're not in a center, they just act like they don't know how to play basketball no more.
That's true, but as it stands, I would 100% take the Warriors.
I'm not gonna lie. Against Sacramento, I think that's one matchup that would be favorable to them just because the experience.
That would be a good matchup for them to wake up on.
Yeah. I mean,
to be like, all right, we're getting our legs.
They can also get punched in the mouth. So
they can in game 1.
That's the best offense in the league right now.
It is.
So their defense is questionable, and they suck on the road.
But there's a couple things that I'm gonna get into about how the playoffs change.
Yeah, slows down.
And when that thing slow down, and you're gonna have Sabonis playing chess with Draymond for a whole series.
That's facts.
And then they're gonna have Fox is a good player, but once he get hit with a couple of illegal screens, because the Warriors get away with him, and Steph gets going, and Clay, because Clay is playing the best basketball I've seen him play in a long time.
Good. Yeah, this is one of his best seasons.
So I think they'll be all right, but we'll see. There's a team right now that's outside the play-in, and they were actually 5 not too long ago. And that's the Dallas Mavericks. All right. Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic. I forgot what the record is with them together, but
they
it's
won,
just
like,
not.
Yeah, I think
It's
they
not
won
flowing right
4
now.
games or so. Not. I think they won more than that. Something, but
So they. Moral of the story is, I don't care if they won 10 games together.
I don't.
They just lost. They just lost back to Charlotte. What's wrong? What's up with them right now?
Bro.
What's going on with them?
The main thing that's going on with them is their depth is questionable. Their big man, like Dwight Powell, he can't rebound. They don't have a big man that could rebound, that can protect the rim. You know, Christian Wood, he's a good scorer. He's not a defender. You know, he's not, somebody that I would want anchoring my paint. They don't have depth, like I said. They don't have defense. Like, their defense is just terrible. Like, they traded their best defender, and they traded their 6th man. You feel me? They traded.
I'm gonna just go right here with it. When the trade went down, I initially said their defense is going to be awful.
You did.
Their defense was already bad.
It was already not good.
And people were like, well, I'm not going to say any names, but
we know exactly who. We said, come on, man. Like, we
said their defense was 8th. No, points per game, they were 8th. But if you look at the rating plus their pacing, they're slow teams. They don't allow points, but they give up points per possession. People who understand will understand that. They're terrible on defense. They don't move well. And basically, it's like, if Kyrie and Luka don't have, like, out of this world games, they're not going to win. They're not even going to compete. They just got blown up to Charlotte back-to-back times. I'm worried about that. Do you think Kyrie's mentally checked out of Dallas already without giving him a chance?
I don't want to say that because I don't want people to try to say Kyrie's the problem, because he's not the problem. I feel like, Dallas is just running their organization poorly at this point. But so I do think he's, probably already mulling, like, this situation is not looking good. I don't think I should stay in this situation.
I don't think Kyrie's the problem, but I definitely think he's a problem. Luka's first game back was against Charlotte, right? Or against Memphis?
He played against Memphis. No, he didn't play against Memphis. That was Kyrie. He played Charlotte.
Okay. So, that's right, because Dylan was talking about they were ducking him. But regardless. Since Luka's comeback, Kyrie has shot 6 for 16, 5 for 15, 1 for 8 from 3, 2 for 8 from 3.
Bad. Yeah, he's shooting bad.
Today he shot well, but it was just on 11 shots.
He only had 11. Shoot alive. 7
so
11.
I don't think he's like a problem, but I didn't think it would be this hard for him to get his rhythm next to Luka. Well, honestly, I didn't.
If we're being honest, it's a major piece to integrate at the halfway mark of the season, and on top of it, I kind of thought that they would be a good fit, but then I had to think about it. Bron moves off the ball. Bron cuts. Bron's super athletic. I thought Luka and Kyrie could be like that, but then I thought about it. Luka doesn't really move off the ball. If he don't have the ball, Luka's sitting in the corner or something like that.
They're
both liabilities on defense. Kyrie's, he's not a good defender, but he's not a terrible. Luka's not a defender at all.
You made a good point.
So it's just, it's not a glove fit. I actually was thinking it would be, but then I had to really think about it. Like, yeah, Luka doesn't, cut off the ball and all that. They both don't defend. The type of player that Luka needs, probably like a Jaylen Brown type guy. So
you made a good point though. You said Luka when he's not on the ball, he stands away.
Yeah, he's just.
I remember Kobe made a point about Harden. He said, winning a championship, you won't win with that style of, I have to be on top of the ball, because if you don't cut, the defense never has to look for you. The defense never has to look for you. They can just stand and wait for you.
That's the thing that I actually really hate that they do. Like, as a basketball player, if you're just sitting up there, you're letting your man just be able to help. And then on top of it, Luka's not like a spot-up guy. He's not going to catch the ball and just spot up. So you're really like, if you don't have the ball, what are you doing for me type,
But what I will tell you, though, I'm usually like, I'm a little difficult on Luka, but Luka's been phenomenal.
He's been great.
He came back from his injury. He had 34, 10 and 8, 42. Yeah, 40, 12 and 8, 25, 7 and 6, 12 of 23 shooting, Luka's 8 for 17, 12 for 29. He's playing outstanding. So, I can't blame Luka not even a little bit, even though his play style isn't perfect. It's the Mavericks. Their roster, they have talent on the roster, but it's just it's fitting.
If I want to be honest, I do think the Mavs are like setting themselves up to lose Luka in the next few years because you had Porzingis, you traded him for Bertans and Spencer Dinwiddie. Then you traded Spencer Dinwiddie. Now you got Bertans' contract. It's still a bad contract. He doesn't play. Still a bad contract. You traded Spencer and you traded your best defender Dorian to get Kyrie, and you traded a pick. So that pick 2029, Luka might not be here by the time that pick's here. So you guys might have.
I got the record. They're 3-7 in their last 10.
Yeah, that's bad.
3-7 in their last 10.
That's bad. So, but they were injured. They did get hurt. So you have to also get them right. Kyrie and Luka were not playing.
I know an injured team in Los Angeles is 6-4 in their last 10.
They don't have depth though. Like, let's be honest. Like, they don't have depth. But
with that being said, they currently stand a half game outside of the play-in. Do they get in?
I don't think they'll get in.
The teams in the play-in is Minnesota, New Orleans, Lakers, and Thunder. If they do get in, who falls out? I think they could
get the playing game. Like, I could see OKC falling out, which I don't want them to because I do like OKC's team, and I think they'll put up more of a fight than Dallas would. I think Dallas will lose in the play-in. If they get in there. So I think Dallas, I just don't see them getting in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless Luka and Kyrie just, the stretches, they just go crazy.
OKC might be the ones that fall out, brother. Let me see. OKC. Oh, the Pelicans do too. So after the night, the Pelicans play the Warriors, Nuggets, Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Knicks, and Timberwolves.
They've been playing
lately. Well, let me say this again. Warriors, Nuggets, Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Knicks, Timberwolves.
That's tough.
That's their finals. I don't know who it. Okay, I think Dallas is going to find a way to get in. Okay. I don't know how New Orleans holds up on that.
Okay, well, in the play-in, but the playoffs, I don't see it. I just can't see it. You don't defend, but I don't know. I think New Orleans can hold it. Okay. But
how about a team that's out of the play-in currently, the Portland Trailblazers, who is basically saying, "I quit."
I am.
What do you think about them, man?
Okay, I want to talk about Dame. I'm honestly, I just want Dame to really sit down and just think about this offseason. Do I want to win a championship? Do I want to be competing? Or do I want to just play, be loyal, be in one situation the rest of my career and just make money? You need to make that decision now because I'm tired of you saying I'm not playing basketball to keep rebuilding. I'm too old for all that. But then you also say I don't want to leave Portland. So he needs to make a decision, because I can't feel bad for a guy that's just staying in his situation, the bad situation. So really, it's all on him. Make that decision. And once you make that decision, people are going to be knocking on Portland's door to trade for him. I know Miami will. I hope they will. So Knicks, all type of teams.
Okay,
maybe not the Knicks. Not the Knicks. They got Brunson.
But since you're going down that road, before I get into Damian Lillard, where do you think he should go? Do you have a couple options you think that will work for him?
Miami. That's another team that Miami has been on my mind ever since. The Knicks would have been, but they have Brunson now, and Brunson's playing really, really well. What other teams? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to really think of another team. Miami, really. Boston could probably make a play for him if they want to trade Smart and some other stuff, but I don't know. I like Miami, the fit and everything.
I think Miami is a great choice.
Yeah, I think that's a
100%
player we can use.
Now, are you willing to sever with,
Tyler Herro, trade him immediately.
Okay.
Because you want to know why? It's just we have Jimmy Butler's. We have Jimmy Butler's window.
We don't need any other reason. It's Dame Lillard. We don't need any reason.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just saying.
You trade for Damian Lillard. If you can trade for Dame without getting rid of Jimmy or Bam, you do it.
Literally, I'll do it in a heartbeat because at the end of the day, our window is Jimmy Butler right now. We lose while Jimmy Butler's gone. Tyler Herro and Bam not winning us a fucking championship.
Give him Tyler. How many years Kyle Lowry got on this contract? One more after this?
After this, yeah, I think he has a player option.
Okay, but when you got an expiring Lowry, you got Tyler Herro. Give them every draft pick they want.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Dame show. Look at him. Look how great
he played this year. Can be people might say that's not enough, but if you look at the market, look what they got. Look what what's his face? What they got for Kyrie? I know Kyrie's an expiring contract. It was different.
One pick and two. Yeah.
But even the KD trade was heavy, but it could have been heavier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bridges is a cold player, but
they gave up a lot of picks. And
Bridges is a great. Hey,
but yeah, if I really have to look at the landscape of the league, I don't see any other team pulling the trigger to go get Lillard.
I like New York even with Brunson.
I don't. You want two little guards? I mean, you want to you want to do the Portland Trailblazers all over again?
They made the conference finals.
Yeah, that was a down year though. Come on, man. I mean,
nah, bro. This is a down year, and they can't even get to the playoffs.
I feel it. I mean,
so this is how I see it. I like them Heat and the Knicks as choices. I like Miami. I like Milwaukee as a dark horse, possibly.
Yeah.
That
would be good.
I wouldn't be mad at Chicago. They need a point guard right now. Eastern Conference, though, I don't see anybody in the West outside of maybe Denver that could make a move on them.
I'll pull that trigger if I was Denver too.
Now that we're on Dame, right? Let's look at this. 45, 48, 58, 63.
He deserves it.
That is his cap hit for the next 4 years.
I know.
I don't care if he deserves it or not. That's how much money he's making. Okay?
If you're a team that's already hit with the cap, I'll make that move. Yeah.
As a businessman, I don't see a reason why you're paying this man this much money to not even make the play-in.
Yeah,
play-in.
That is sick. That is
what are you doing?
Sick. That is very sick.
If you're going to be 15th in the West, you might as well be Houston.
Yeah.
You either go all in or all out. Just like the Knicks were always mad because the Knicks were never good enough. We're never good enough for the playoffs. Never bad enough for a top pick. Mm-hmm. That's Portland right now. Dame isn't going to let you guys be the worst team in the league, but he's not enough by himself to make the playoffs.
Exactly.
So all you did was trade for Cam Reddish. That's all you gave him was Cam Reddish. What?
Who's not even? Yeah, just.
That's it. And here's the thing: if you're the Blazers and Dame says, "I don't want to get traded," fuck what Dame wants. I don't care.
He don't have no trade clause.
That's the thing. If you don't trade him now, 2 years is going to go by and his value is going to go down.
Trade him while his value is at the max. Honestly,
and Dame says silly stuff like, "Look at Westbrook," and people are passing him around, this and that. It's not the same thing because one, Damian Lillard, you can shoot. Right, first and foremost, you can shoot.
Literally what it is. Literally,
the ball, you can fit with anybody's team. That's first and foremost. But also, here's the other thing. If you're Damian Lillard, he said, "What if I leave and don't win the championship?" You don't have to win the championship. I don't care.
At least be respectable. Be respectable. Compete. Like he even says so himself. I don't want to be in a rebuild. Do you want to be just young players being in the lottery? Like, come on, bro.
You're gonna make your money regardless.
You already got paid.
And when his contract ends, he's 36 years old.
Yeah.
You cannot move a 34, 35-year-old player making $55 million. They have to do it now.
Unless
if it doesn't happen this summer, they're going to miss an opportunity. Yeah. Right now, Portland can get multiple. They can get off at the deadline. Nobody's really going to bite that hard. Right now, this offseason, teams are going to be trying to move. You got all the teams in the East. They're going to be trying to make a move. You can get 2-3 first-round picks for Dame Lillard right now. Do it.
Yeah,
immediately. What are you waiting for?
I'm telling you, if I'm Miami, you're getting Tyler Hero, you get Kyle Lowry to match the salary or whatever, and I'll throw you whatever picks I could give you type, you know?
Because at the end of the day, Portland, you're not going anywhere. With or without Dame, because nobody's going to come there. Literally. You don't have any assets to get anybody good. Jeremy Grant's not good enough, and your draft pick is going to be. You might get a top 10 pick,
but might get top 10.
Come on, they ain't going to be ready for nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? See, why couldn't the Lakers beat the Bulls like this? Bulls. Anyway, so next up, we got something else for you. I want to talk about Jaylen Brown because I saw some really disturbing comments lately. Nothing saying that he wants to leave or anything, but it looks like he's kind of over. Like he's been talking about the racist city getting to him. As we all know, Boston's a very racist place. They have had a lot of black star athletes and they've treated all of them terribly. The only athlete they love wholeheartedly is Larry Bird, and Tom Brady. Other than that, everybody else got the brunt of it. So, do you think that being in a place like Boston is going to take a toll on Jaylen Brown? He's going to win out. He's only 24. He's in his contract year next year.
I'm not even going to say, the racism and all that is affecting it because at the end of the day, that's fans and everything. That's fans and everything, But if your organization...
Racism is different, brother.
I feel you. But if your organization is also not valuing you They're also, every time there's a big star on the market, let's put Jaylen Brown in his trade. Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. Who else was it? Who else was another guy? Anthony Davis. Every time Jaylen Brown, his name is thrown in it, and he feels like he's just not appreciated. So,
why is DeMar still playing? This game is over. They tried to get AD without trading Jaylen.
They tried to do it without trading Tatum. Jaylen Brown was in that offer.
They kept Brown out of it. I remember.
If they kept him out of it, it was probably because AD already announced, I'm only re-signing with the Lakers. That probably would be the only thing. I'm pretty sure if it came down to it and he said he would re-sign, they would have pulled that trigger immediately.
I think AD would have re-signed with whoever traded for him, given his history with his injuries.
Yeah, but Clutch was making it like the Lakers is the one that he'll re-sign. That's why, y'all had the best package, but also, the market wasn't there for him because.
So do you think Jalen's leaving?
If he gets all NBA, I don't see him leaving because Boston can offer him so much money and he'll be a fool to turn down that money. And I think he's worth the money that they could offer him. So I would, if they play around and say, we don't really want to give you, this much money, Tatum money, then I see him leaving. You just don't feel valued at the end of the day.
And we skipped over the question for Kyrie. So do you think Kyrie's leaving?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you why I don't think he's leaving.
You don't think there's a market for him?
There's nowhere for him to go. Nowhere.
I don't
because
agree with that.
If I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm not going after Kyrie.
No, I wouldn't go after him if I'm the Lakers.
Now, if it was a basic D'Angelo for Kyrie signing trade, okay, maybe I'll think about it.
I'll do that. But if I have to kill my whole roster,
but based on what you need to do to get Kyrie, you got to renounce at least 5 of your players, and then you're going to be back in the situation you were with Westbrook. Given Kyrie's a better fit than Westbrook, I still don't want to have a team where, because the difference between Kyrie and Westbrook is Westbrook's available every single night.
Yeah, he plays.
I've never, except for maybe once or twice in his entire career, have I seen Westbrook out for an extended period of time. Kyrie's out every year. Kyrie, over the last 5 years, has missed more games than Anthony Davis. Yeah, more games than Anthony Davis.
Kyrie's been injury prone his whole career, though. He's been injury prone his entire career.
I'm not talking about injury prone.
Well, missing games for no reason. Of course.
He takes vacations.
Paid time off.
So I don't want Kyrie Irving in Los Angeles, and I don't think anybody wants Kyrie in their city. Now, if there's a team, I brought up Chicago earlier. If a team like Chicago wants to make a move on him, if they can find a way to make it work with the cap,
they would
fine.
Have to trade Lonzo. They would have to. Somebody would have to want to take that contract.
Yeah, but
maybe
can't.
You sign a trade with Vooch.
Lonzo's impossible. Well, Lonzo's impossible to trade.
I could see a signing trade with Vooch. If Dallas, I feel like Vooch for Dallas would be really good.
It would only because he's white.
No, he could shoot. He's a rebounder.
Nope.
Nope.
Dallas white boys. Dallas white boys.
It's because he's
white. Utah and Dallas. Those are the king of I need white starters. That's why Kyrie ain't working out. They don't want him there.
They white people.
How many white franchise players Miami didn't have? Zero.
Not franchise, but look at our roster right now.
The stars of the team.
No, Dallas.
I'm talking about Dirk, Porzingis,
but
Luka.
real talk. I think he would be a good fit with Luka. Pick and roll.
I don't know, man.
He can't defend, but
you had the perfect guy for that, and you dissed him.
You think it was Porzingis, the perfect guy?
Porzingis was a if they used him correctly, look what Porzingis is doing in Washington.
I do think they didn't use him right, bro. To this day,
valued the hell out of Porzingis. If they had Porzingis today,
he just was injury prone. So,
but they didn't use him right. They just made him stand off in the corner, give him the ball in the post, let him go to work. Nobody in the league can guard Porzingis.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with that.
So I don't see Kyrie leaving because I just don't see a market. I don't see anybody who has cap space that's willing to bite for him. I just don't. And Kyrie's not going to a bad team. I can see him leaving. I just don't see a market. Where does he go? His only destination would have been Los Angeles. But Toronto, do they have the money? And are they in a position to
sign and trade Fred VanVleet? I can see signing and trade situations. I can see it. I think there'll be a market for Kyrie. He's talented. He's better than a lot of these guards. He's
a headache, man.
He's a headache, but
everywhere he goes is a problem.
You gotta look at his talent. Some team gonna be like, if we get Kyrie, it'll put us over the edge. You know?
Yeah, over the edge of falling off a goddamn cliff.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. But
that's like pushing you down an escalator.
That's
that kind of an edge.
I feel you. So we'll see. But Jaylen Brown, if he gets all NBA and Boston doesn't play with the money, I see him staying. But if he doesn't get all NBA, I see him potentially leaving because he could, imagine him getting a meeting with a team and they telling him our whole offense is built around you. You know, you're this guy for us. You know, he don't got to be the number one guy, but
fuck it, go to the Spurs if you want to.
You know, Spurs, no. But you know, like imagine he has a meeting with Dallas, and they say, you and Luka.
I'm sorry, but you just said you have a meeting with a team and the whole offense will be around you, and then you said Dallas.
Yeah, I said Dallas.
Hey, no,
you're right.
Michael Jordan himself can't get the ball away from Luka.
You're right. But like
Luka would have Shaq.
A meeting
and not
a meeting with Miami. They throw the rings on their table. A meeting with the Knicks. They say, you'll be our best player. Just different teams. So I can see Jaylen Brown leaving if he doesn't get the all meeting.
Phil, ask Boston if they want to have LeBron for his final year.
You'll trade Brown for JV?
Hell no. The Clippers though, like, hey, y'all want Paul? Y'all want Paul George? What's good?
Insane. That'd be insane.
Boston won't do it, but I mean, they don't value him. Jaylen Brown is the Lamar Jackson of the NBA.
Okay. But yeah.
Wow, we could go so many places with Lamar Jackson right now. But anyway, next up we're doing the NBA currently. So we have playing predictions. We talk about teams that are outside the play-in, teams that are trying to get back in. Right now, the play-in positions are held by the Minnesota Timberwolves, New Orleans Pelicans, Los Angeles Lakers, Oklahoma City Thunder. In the East, you got the Miami Heat, Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors, Chicago Bulls. Now in the East, the only thing that can really change is Brooklyn and Miami. Brooklyn and Miami are tied 40 and 35. So that's the only thing that can flip.
They got another matchup coming up too next game.
Let's start with the East. What do you think is going to happen with the Eastern Conference play-in? And I'll start with the West.
If I'm going to be real, I think Miami will, leapfrog Brooklyn. I've seen Brooklyn's schedule. It's a little tougher than Miami's. I can see Brooklyn, we play each other next game, so I could see Miami, taking some seriousness with that game, So I can see Miami getting 6. I see Brooklyn dropping down to 7. And in the play-in, I really think Brooklyn won't make playoffs. I don't think they'll make playoffs. But
as is,
yeah.
Damn, 8 and 10 is separated by a half game.
Yeah.
So now, as is, if Brooklyn falls to 7, they play against the Hawks.
Yeah.
And the Raptors play against the Bulls.
I got Raptors
and that's set up. Ooh.
Got Raptors beating Bulls. I got Hawks beating Nets. Then I got Raptors beating Nets.
Ooh.
I just don't think. I don't think Toronto's a good matchup for Chicago.
That is so treacherous. I said I would start with the West, but there's no way in hell DeMar's letting his former team send him home.
If you
there's no way.
I think Toronto will beat them. I think Toronto will beat them.
No way in hell.
I think Toronto will beat them.
No way. If Toronto and Chicago and DeMar goes back to his own building, he's giving them 40.
He's gonna lose.
And Patrick Beverly is the play-in king. Did you forget? He's the play-in.
I would have want him to win just because I want to see that type of celebration.
Now, I would love to see them miss the playoff just because
they won't make it. I'm telling you, they won't make it.
But I mean, if they beat Toronto, they making it because Brooklyn ain't beat.
They won't be okay. Yeah, if they beat Toronto, but I don't see them being Toronto.
All right, let me take the West real quick. So currently, you got the Wolves, Pelicans, Lakers, Thunder, right? So the Pelicans and Wolves are both 37 losses. Lakers, Thunder, 38 losses. On the outside, you got the Mavericks with 39 losses. Utah Jazz with 39 losses. Actually, did Minnesota win tonight?
Utah's out of it.
No, I wouldn't go that far, man.
Didn't they lose today? Or they're playing right now.
Minnesota won again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Minnesota's been playing.
Utah did lose. Hold on, is that 40 losses?
Utah just lost.
Ooh, 40 losses? Oh, they in trouble.
They're out.
But but I still wouldn't say out because you just
They have
never
a
know.
tough
But I
schedule.
hope they are.
They have a tough
Now,
schedule.
oh, you're right. You're right. They do have a tough schedule. But now, so with the West, I personally think that the Lakers finish at 7. Maybe I'm just a homer, but I
No,
think they're going to go up to
no.
7.
Yeah,
They
you
only
guys.
have game
Yeah.
over the Pelicans, and they have the tiebreaker over the Pelicans and over Oklahoma City.
I've seen you guys' remaining
Matchup.
schedule. It's very winnable every game.
They match up with Minnesota on Friday, so that is a must win. If you lose that game, best you can do is 8. Now I want 7 for this reason. You want that playing game to be at home. Now we're only a game in the loss column behind Golden State, which means 6 is not out of the equation, but you got to play almost perfect.
Yeah, you have to basically win out.
Because if you tie with I wouldn't say you have to win out because we're only a game out with the win column, but the loss column, I mean, and we have a 3-1 tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So
yeah, tiebreaker. So
all we got to do is tie the record. But I don't know if the Warriors got a couple road games coming up. I don't know, but they got mostly home games, so I don't think they're going to fall. Yeah. I got the Lakers 7, Minnesota 8. I got the Thunder 9, and for 10, I got Dallas. Pelicans are going to fall all the way out because I don't think they're winning another game this season. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't see how they do it. So, with that being said, I have the Lakers beating Minnesota at home. LeBron and AD. By the time we get to the play-in, I think LeBron's going to be back in a rhythm, and LeBron is going to be LeBron again. Just that simple. And you're not sending Karl Anthony Towns is going to get beat in front of Jordan Woods. I don't care. She's going to sit courtside, and she's going to watch her man cry, first and foremost.
Gobert,
second of all, with the 9-10 OKC versus Dallas, OKC would be the home team. I'm taking the Thunder, man. I went to go see the Thunder play last week. I went to go see the Lakers on Friday. And that team is really big.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. What's the Thunder's one weakness? Do you know? Their one weakness.
You going to say shooting?
No. I mean, that's kind of a weakness. But they have enough to spread the floor out. But they have no rim protection.
No bets, yeah.
They have no rim protection.
Yeah.
Their rim protection is god-awful.
Yeah.
I watched AD treat them like sixth graders.
No, they're little.
Rui got to the basket. Lonnie got to the basket. Austin got to the basket.
They're kind of like Toronto. They have like a big average height, 6'5", 6'7".
No, 6'7", but I'm gonna tell you what's different. Scotty Barnes, OG, those guys are elite.
I'm saying they have big guards, but
that's fine.
But size.
Toronto makes up for having great defenders.
Yeah.
Now the Thunder they don't have great defenders. They have a decent decent backcourt guys.
Is a really good defender. He's a really good defender. Lou Dort.
This is my point though. Dallas has no interior game, so they can't exploit Oklahoma City's one. They can't exploit Oklahoma City's one mismatch, which is why I have Oklahoma City beating them in a play-in. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort. The crew is almost healthy. Chet's coming back next year, but right now I got them beating Dallas and sending them home.
Okay,
mark that.
All right.
So
my plan. I got Lakers.
And I agree with your East. I just got Chicago beating Toronto. I agree with everything else.
Okay. So you got Chicago getting in the playoffs?
Yes, I do have Chicago beating Brooklyn. Where was I at? Hold on, man. Let me go back to this. Yes, Chicago beating Brooklyn. Oh. Yes, Chicago beats Brooklyn. Yes. So now this is where I'm at with it. Miami goes up to 6. Atlanta goes up to 7. Chicago plays 8, and then they play Milwaukee in the first round. That's what I got.
Okay. All right. And then West, you have Lakers 7.
7.
And then you have T-Wolves 8.
T-Wolves 8. Yeah, Lakers 7, T-Wolves 8.
And then you said T-Wolves will play OKC for that.
Oh, wait. Oh, OKC versus Minnesota. I didn't even think. Oh, you know what? I'm going T-Wolves because they're too big. They have no answer for Gobert or Towns.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
And Mike Conley has done a great job stabilizing Minnesota.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. So
but it'll be a tough fight.
So for my predictions, I got Lakers at 7. And then the rest gets very, very complicated because of this X factor. Zion was told that he would be getting reevaluated in 2 weeks. I think that was like a week ago. So if Zion comes back next week, the Pelicans have won a few games, to keep themselves afloat. So let's say Zion comes back and he plays the last 4 to 5 games, that makes it very interesting for me. Because I think the Pelicans, healthy, are very talented, and I just can't see them not making it. But also, I don't want to bank on Zion's health. So that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if I got to be honest, my plan, I'm going to say Lakers get 7. I'm going to say Minnesota finishes 8. I'm going to say OKC gets 9. I don't think Dallas gets in. I really don't. Their defense is just so bad. But I don't want to doubt Luka. I really don't want to doubt Luka. I really don't.
I do. Look at me, Luka.
I really don't. I feel you.
You ain't what they say you are, brother.
All right. I'm just going with it, man. Hot take. I think the Pelicans will get that 10th seed. Ooh. Now, if they get that 10th seed and Zion, I don't want to bank on it because I bank on him every year in fucking fantasy. He sells me. But if Zion is healthy in the play-in and they play OKC, I think they would beat OKC because what does OKC have to deal with Zion?
You're right. I just don't think Zion's coming back.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. If you think that, that's honestly probably the right pick, But come on, man. I think
the only way Zion comes back is if he is back for the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, they said reevaluate in 2 weeks. That was a week ago. So if he comes back the last few games, I can see it.
Yeah, but Zion, he's been out for a long time. So
I just don't get how you
reevaluate him.
I feel you.
They reevaluate him. He's 280. He got to ramp. Yeah. So that's gonna be another week.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's probably stupid to be banking on him, but I'm gonna just take the hot take.
Oh, also, as far as the West goes, I think the Warriors are gonna pass the Clippers in the standings.
Yeah,
I think the Clippers finished at 6. Warriors finished at 5. Warriors versus Suns first round. They did, but the Warriors are only a game back, brother.
Yeah,
they're only a game back.
They gotta win some road games, but yeah. So 7 Lakers. 8 Minnesota, 9 OKC, 10 Pelicans. I see Pelicans. I see Pelicans beating OKC, and then for that 8th spot, if Zion is healthy, I got Zion and the Pelicans beating Minnesota. But if there's no Zion, Minnesota stays in. There's no Zion. That.
And so far, guys, obviously we put a few topics out there. We got the Dame Lillard, Luka, and Kyrie. Everything. Our playing predictions. Y'all drop some comments. Let us know what y'all think. All right, who y'all think gonna win? Who's y'all playing teams? Who y'all think? Where do you think Dame's gonna go? Where do you think Kyrie's gonna go? Jaylen Brown is it nothing, something, or everything? What's going on?
Exactly.
And while you're doing that, make sure you like, subscribe, turn the notification bell. All that good stuff.